Hey guys, I'm Lisa Mohager and welcome to our beach house sneak peek. I'm so excited that you're here because this business has totally changed my life. This team has been such a blessing in my life. So I wanted to share with you my story of how I got started, where I was before Beachbody and where I am today. So I actually got started with Beachbody 9 years ago. Time goes by so fast, like that. Before you know it, 9 years has flown by. So as you're watching these videos, make sure that you keep in mind that life is happening and it's time to take action. So 9 years ago, I was recently divorced. I was living in a house that I couldn't afford. I was working as a secretary in a corn refinery plant, and I was desperate to make a change in my life. There were times that I would come home and there was a foreclosure notice or a repossession notice, or the water was turned off or the power was turned off. And I would have to tell my daughter why there was no water, why there was no power, why mommy couldn't pay the bills. And so it was a really, really tough time in my life, but I knew if I wanted to change my life, I had to do something different. And so I started thinking about all of the different home-based businesses that I could get into, and I held a couple of parties at my house, like candles and jewelry, and I noticed these women coming over an hour or so before the party, bringing in this huge trunk of inventory, setting it up, doing a presentation, processing sales, and then packing it all up and going home. Two things. I didn't have the time to do that as a single mom working full-time already. And number two, I didn't have the extra money to purchase extra inventory. I already loved Beachbody programs. I had already lost 40 pounds with them. So when I met Christina Solons, it was like, she's onto something. She's fun, she's cool, she's got it all together, and she's earning an extra income through fitness. Sign me up, right? I wanted to do that too. So I got signed up as a coach in July of 2009. And at that time, like I said, I was flat broke. I was a single mom. But on top of that, I was also very lost. I was very alone. I felt like I had no social network, so to speak. I was in the middle of nowhere. I was living in a town of 1,400 people in central Illinois. But I didn't let that stop me. I needed this business in my life more than I knew. I needed this tribe. I need this circle of influence. I needed this support group in my life more than I knew. So when I got signed up with Beachbody, I thought, well, I'm just going to make $100 a month. I didn't really know the full potential that Beachbody had to offer. I didn't really understand the opportunity. I just thought, I'm going to sell P90X videos and earn 25% commission off of that. And so as time went on, I started to realize the bigger picture, the bigger opportunity, the bigger potential. So the first 6 months of coaching, all of this was going on. I was learning more about the business. I was learning about, how this works. I was plugged into this amazing support system. I was having fun. And at the same time, my life was kind of falling apart, or so it seemed at the time. Shortly after signing up as a coach, my grandma passed away. Like I said, I was recently divorced, so I was desperately trying to sell my house so it wouldn't get foreclosed. My dad's name was on the mortgage as well, and it's one thing to put that on my credit, but it's another thing to put it on your parents. So I was desperately trying to sell my home, and I totally lost my train of thought. Guys. I was desperately trying to sell my home. Oh, I know. Okay. So on top of that, I had to pull my daughter out of private school, put her into public school. Now, this was like 3rd, 4th grade, something like that. She had already been at 3 other schools. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to pull her out of her school again. Like, this is not cool. And then on top of that, my ex-husband filed for bankruptcy. All of those bills were now on my shoulders. My other grandmother passed away, and eventually I sold my house. I moved into a dark, dingy apartment where I was sleeping on the floor. And then I ended up filing for bankruptcy because I just felt there was no other way to get out from all of that debt. So, had all this amazing stuff happening on one side, and all of this not so amazing stuff happening on the other. And I specifically remember going to work one day and someone saying, Lisa, how can you be so positive with all of this stuff that you have going on in your life? And I can honestly say that looking back now, I know that God put this business in my life more than just for financial reasons. He put it in my life so that I could find my sweet spot, so I could find my purpose, so I could find my passion in life. And that is being surrounded by positive go-getters. It means motivating and inspiring other women to make a change in their lives by simply being an example. So I'm changing lives by simply focusing on myself, bettering myself, becoming a better version of myself than I was yesterday, and paying it forward through helping other people. So like I said, I've lost 60 pounds through Beachbody programs. I'm not a gym person. I don't like it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't get results. It's not convenient. I love the convenience of working out at home to a specific program, and the convenience of not having to go anywhere. So I've lost 60 pounds with Beachbody. Back to the financial side of this. Because health and fitness is my passion, but the financial opportunity is what lights my fire because it's changed my life. Lights my fire. So, like I said, I had hoped to make $100 a month with this. It was about 18 months in the business that I had tripled my full-time income. Less than 2 years, I was able to retire, quit my full-time job. People thought I was crazy because I had a good job, right? I was working at this factory and had benefits. I had all of that stuff. And as a single mom, I was going to quit my full-time job. What? Am I crazy? But I quit. It was the best decision I ever made in my life. My daughter Tiara and I, we moved to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, which is where I'm at now. Just a short few months after that, it's where I met my husband. Within 5 years of becoming a coach, that $100 I had hoped to make had turned into an accumulative of $1 million. I'm at the point now where I'm hitting another $1 million every couple of years. So it's incredible. It is an incredible opportunity that until you get until you get plugged into the team, until you get surrounded by people that are doing great things with their lives, that are moving in the path that you want to be on, you really truly don't see it. You really truly don't understand it. So I tell you this because it's real. And I didn't know it in the beginning. And I remember people starting to earn $1,000 check. I was like, oh my gosh, $1,000 check from this. I can't wait to earn that. I remember people getting like a $5,000 check, but I specifically remember when I got my first $1,000 check, and it was right around Thanksgiving of 2010. So a little over a year I had earned my first $1,000 check. And I remember being so grateful and so thankful and knowing at that moment that my life was changed forever. So, having been at this beach house retreat, surrounded by all of these awesome women, this connection, this support system that I had not had before Beachbody, was just a reminder of what a blessing this team has been to my life. Christina? I don't want to get all teary-eyed, guys. I'm already teary-eyed, obviously. But being at that beach house retreat and being surrounded by such positive go-getters that really, truly are non-judgmental. They just want to have fun. They just want to support and encourage each other. We all just want to improve our lives. We all just want to change lives. And that's what this business is all about. That's what this team is about. That's what this tribe is about. So here I am today, living the life of my dreams, married to my soulmate. I've appeared on a couple of different TV shows, which is insane. And wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't have moved, if I hadn't have taken that chance, if I hadn't taken that leap, if I haven't have shown up every single day that I didn't want to. Because here's the deal, this business isn't just handed to you. You do have to plug in, You do have to put in the work, but I guarantee you if you do it and you do it with a servant's heart and you're teachable and you're willing to learn and you're consistent, then it's going to happen for you. So thanks guys for listening. Please comment below. Let me know what you thought of this. Does it seem crazy? Does it seem out of reach? Is it inspiring? Is it motivating? I want to know, what would you do if you had an extra $1,000 right now? How would that impact your family? How would that impact your life? What debt would you pay off? What would you do? Would you go on vacation? Would you save it for Christmas? Make sure you tag your coach and stay tuned for some more amazing videos to come.